And that was Diamond. Diamond is from Tanzania and he sings in Swahili because Swahili is so popular in these United States. Swahili is a Bantu language and we got this. We got this, people. Okay. We got this. So Diamond is from Tanzania and that was his song Moyo Wangu, My Heart. My heart. I don't even need a translator for that because Bantu languages are so similar. You can like work it out as you go along. Hi, people, and this is the Rashona and R. Kelly reading. And I'm hoping to do it as fast as I can. I hope I can do it as fast as I can. 30 minutes or so because, you know, girl got other things to do rather than stalk Roberts. Okay, so these questions are not mine. And as I say out a question, I am going to say who said it. I didn't put them in any particular order. So maybe the story will be jagged because they are not in order. But, you know, they are questions. So I am going to shake Robert's, and then I'm going to shake Rashona, and then I'm going to do the relationship spread. Then I'm going to start with what I see, well, what my ancestors are saying. And then after that, of course, we'll go into the questions. I'll ask some questions, obviously, to move the story along. And then after that, to move the story along. And then I'll obviously go to the jury. Thank you so much, jury. Yes, the jury came up with questions. They want to know, and some of them were repeat questions. So I just picked the first one who asked that question, if you know what I mean. Some of them were not so clear, and a bunch of you broke the rules. I said one question only. Y'all bitches wrote a whole book. What the fuck is wrong with you? Really, you want to give a bitch too much work? Good God. Okay, so let us begin because I want to do this real quick. Robert. Tom. A very strong, larger-than-life gentleman has just walked into this place, and he is just getting stronger. And he is going to really pulverize those women because he is now in his full strength, and he ain't playing. He stopped crying. He stopped looking for help, and he is now standing on his own 2 feet, and he ain't playing. And you shall see a lot of victories that Robert is going to have. Like I said at the very beginning, and I'll keep saying it, he isn't going to go for as long as you people say, because by law, he didn't break those many laws, right? Okay. He is in a suit. His hands are in his pockets. He's standing with his feet wide apart. That's like saying, I'm in charge, I'm large, and I'm here. And, he's trying to give me the I'm so innocent look. Yes, I'm sure you are. I just don't go the way you go when it comes to sex. Okay. I ain't judging you. I will let humanity judge you, not me. Alrighty. Now let me call Rashona. I have a feeling Rashona. And oddly enough, Rashona won't come with Robert still in the plates. So I'm going to take Robert out, and I'm being told to throw him to the left. Ooh. Robert has been all sorts of violent towards this female. All sorts of violence. Okay. Rashona. A very shy female has walked into this plate. She is very shy, has no self-confidence, do as you are told kind of person. She does as she is told. It's almost as if her growth was stunted at some point. She has absolutely no self-assertion. She doesn't think for herself. I see her being told, do this, do that, do this, way before, years before. And yes, she has been with Robert for a very long time. I don't know if they're still together because she refused to come in the same plate. But it does show the pets. The pets. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, so this couple with all these broken shells, and there are so many people. I'm going to have to pick up shells. Fallen shells, not broken shells. Fallen shells all over the place. Okay, so many. Okay. This is the couple we are meeting today. And this is Rashona, and this is Robert. But what's interesting to me is that this is also Robert, and this is another person, right? So this is Rashona, this is Robert, this is another person. Who's this? Her mother. Oh my God, I think this might be a 2-for-1. This is her mother. This is Robert. This is Rashona. And this is Robert. Do you guys notice that this shell is ahead of this? This shell is dominating this shell, and this shell is sort of upholding the domination of this shell. Look at this very carefully. Look at these triangles right here. I want to see if you are seeing them. Okay, these triangles right here. This is Robert's. He is at the head of the table. This is her mother. She is right there. This is turning out very unexpected. And this is her. Very childish female. Very, very childish female. Extremely childish. She even has like a childish voice. Okay. Anyway, this is Robert, and he's telling Rashona how much he loves her, and Rashona is telling Robert how much she loves him. This is very, yet at the same time, Robert is controlling this love, and her mother is helping. And once again, there's a neat little threesome here. Now, this I didn't expect. I didn't expect the mother of this girl to feature at all. This is some fucked up bullshit, okay? Please, Lord, give me time to just burst out, okay? Because I didn't expect this fuckery. I expected anything else but that. I did not expect the mother to pop up. But anyway, this is what the shells are saying. This is what my ancestors are saying, okay? Robert fucked both mother and daughter. Okay? That's what. This was another 2-for-1 combo. But even worse, I'll tell you what these shells are saying. Even worse. It was the mother who gave Rashona to Robert. So you know, my ancestors have been saying this for a while, but I've been ignoring it. Okay. they've been saying, no, because I get too much info. They have been saying that these women are the ones who, we've noticed that happens to be true with Azriel. It happens to be true with Jocelyn. And now here we are again, Rashona. And with that other one, the other one, the transvestite girl. Okay, so you know what? This is what is being said here. And I'm going to say it exactly the way they are saying it. They are saying is the... Okay, then we also saw it with Aliyah and her mother. And that they are saying it's exactly the same. They are saying Robert seduces the mothers first. They are what he's actually going after, right? Then when he gets the mother, he then suggests they bring in the daughter. So then she brings in the daughter because she doesn't want to lose Robert. Except in the case of Aliyah, he wasn't interested in Aliyah at all, but there was definite interest for this little girl. He thought she was gorgeous. Robert thought Rashona was gorgeous. Of all the females that came to him, he thought Rashona was gorgeous, but also she was very biddable. She was very obedient. She worked. He never produced this kid. He never worked with her from a music perspective. She came via... the plot thickens. Okay, she came via some woman. He says he worked with the father, but that's not how he came across the daughter. He came across the daughter through his wife because his wife was friends with the daughter's mother. So who's that? What is his name? What is his wife's name, people? That's wife. Okay, I'm just going to call her wife. Okay, because I don't remember her name. Okay, she came through the wife. She came to babysit. He never worked with her for music. She came to babysit. But he is saying that his wife, whatever her name is, oh my God. Okay, he is accusing her of pedophilia. He's saying she likes them young. What is his wife's name? Oh my God. Okay, I have to find that name. Kelly's ex-wife's name. Okay, I gotta find it because I gotta really call her by her name. What's her name? Andrea. Oh, thank God. Okay. Andrea Lee. Alrighty. Okay. Andrea. He is saying Drea likes them young. He is saying it was Drea who brought her into the house. Because she liked her. Drea thought she was very, very pretty. Drea told me about how pretty she was and how she rocks, Drea, she's in a band. Drea told him. He says Drea likes them very young. He says, you think that I would have married, he is saying it's her kinky behavior, her kinkiness is the reason why he married her. And Drea likes them young. And he's saying she likes them little girls. She likes them very much. So she brought this little girl, Rashona, her friend's daughter, whose father worked with him, to the house as a babysitter. He's saying he didn't get to this little girl first. Drea did. He was busy with the mama. Then when Drea talked about what she was doing with Rashona, he then invited the mama to bring Rashona into their bed. And he said, and I never regretted it until now. She's turned against me. Now, of all times. Somebody paid her off. That's what he's saying. Somebody paid her off. Somebody gave her big money. She turned against me. She turned in the latest video. She turned against me. She wants to go against me. What say you, Rashona? Let's run to Rashona. Say, boom. No, that's not true. I didn't turn against Robert. I would never turn against Robert. I love him, but they are telling me there are certain things I have to do because there are things I've done. I'm trying to save myself. I'm trying to save myself. And Robert can't save me, or he won't save me. So I'm trying to save myself. Okay, so anyway, guys, this got a little too complicated all at once. This is all Robert, and this is all Rashona. And please note, usually when I do a reading of Robert and other women, he has a lot of everything on one side, and the female has nothing on the other. Okay? Please note this. But in this instance, Rashona has more than Robert does. Look, money, 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 money. Do you guys see that? She has a lot of money. Robert is saying which I gave her and which other people gave her because she was for everybody. Yes, she had a lot of lovers. 1, 2, lots and lots of lovers. Yeah, she is a sexually busy female who has made bank with her coochie. That's what he's saying. Are you agreeing? Yes, I've had them all. Like who? The joy about being me is that I don't have to say anything. I don't. I just know that I am set for life. And I just know that I don't need Robert anymore. I call him Robert, by the way, people. She's calling him Rob. Okay. She doesn't need Rob anymore. Okay. She is good where she is. And she now wants to find her own personal happiness because she's been used like a rag doll. And she's done with that. She just wants her peace and quiet. And maybe have a baby. And she just wants this trial and this Robert thing to be over because everybody is lying. Everybody is lying and everybody's pretending they didn't know that that's what Robert did. But then they were all doing it with him. Who's lying, girl? Do tell us, who's lying? Those girls, she says. Those girls are all lying. They were the ones who were recruiting these little girls for Robert, the same way I was recruited by Drea and my mom. Those girls were recruiting little girls, and now they are all pretending they are innocent when they were also doing the same thing. They were recruiting little girls and having sex with little girls every day. And then they go and then they call me the madame. They actually have the nerve to call me the madame and to paint me nasty. But I'm like, Rob, I don't say anything. Why should I? I don't live for the world. Then they called me a pet. Oh, that word, the pet. Then they said I was his pet just because I don't talk. I never recruited an underage girl. I want an underage girl to come and name me as a recruiter. I never did that for Rob. I never recruited any girl. I never ever brought a woman to Rob. I never did it. Never did it. But they did it all the time. Now they are accusing him of being a molester and an abuser when they were molesters too. They were also molesting on those little girls. I never did that. Never did it. Is it true, Robert? He says yes. She never did that. And that's why I couldn't marry her. And because I wouldn't marry her, she has now turned against me. Yes, an interesting thing that has happened in Robert's household in the last few weeks. I'm just checking out the shelves because where Robert is, so are his women, right? Two of his women have become very, very close. They are loving on each other now. Let me see who it is. Definitely Jocelyn. And baby mama. Jocelyn and baby mama are loving on each other very well. They're in love right now. They're vibing. They are having good times. They really, really are. And this can only be Azriel because she's cut off from the others. But these two women are tight. They are talking. They are not living in the same place though. It's not the same place. Baby mama has her own thing, I believe. But it's like Jocelyn is always there. It's almost like Jocelyn has been moved there too. Yes. She's been moved to where baby mama is. And they are really vibing, people. They are vibing. Wherever they are together, they are vibing. They are having a great time. Which leaves 1, 2 other women who live in other locations. Is very interesting. So this board says Jocelyn may either be temporarily visiting baby mama or she may actually be living there permanently. Okay, I just thought I'd bring that out because it's right there. Alrighty, so let me go to your questions because I think you guys did ask questions about the tape and blah, blah, blah. So why waste it? Hey, let me go back to the notes. Okay. Misty Lucas, juror number 1, asked, did you have threesomes with Rob Kelly and his ex-wife, Drea Kelly? Did you have threesomes, mama? She said yes. She said, oh, just like he said. She said, I first started with Drea. Drea taught me how to kiss and how to lick. And then I went to Rob. And then it wasn't with Drea. It was with my mom first. And then at some point, Drea did come in. But Drea didn't like to share with Rob. She didn't like it because, we were different. They were different and we were different together. Me and Drea were different by ourselves, and me and Rob were different by ourselves. Okay. Juror number 2, Bernie Love. What are the things that really happened that the media isn't telling us about your situation with R. Kelly? A lot. She replied that she was quiet. Shit, this bitch is too much. She said a lot and then she was quiet. She said, I still love Rob, but I'm not in love with him. I haven't had sex with Rob for years. I lived in the house because I had nowhere else to live, but he never bothered me like that. Instead, he introduced me to his friends, and I was with his friends. Some of them are pretending they don't know Rob anymore. Which one is... She said my life depends on me not saying. That's some bullshit. We gotta find it. Let me see if I can force her. I'm saying names in my head, okay? I don't know too many people. So I'm saying, is it P. Diddy? She says no. Is it Denzel Washington? She laughs. She says, huh. She says he swings the other way. She laughed. She says he swings the other way. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. There is no metaphysical proof whatsoever right now. Maybe in 100 years. Okay. So please, just know that this witch doctor isn't saying anything that has any proof, and she's just doing it to entertain the masses because we are bored and our bills are crushing us. Yes, our bills are crushing us. Thank you. So, yeah, she says Denzel swings the other way. She laughed. Okay, so who? Who, girl? Who? Okay, who's that guy? That guy who the bald-haired guy who now does yoga, who used to rape women. She nods her head. Who? Russell! Oh, God. She says yes. She had a time or two with Russell when she was much younger. And I'm running out of names already. This is terrible. Russell Simmons has been put on the board. And once again, Russell Simmons, this is for entertainment purposes only. There is no metaphysical evidence to prove that this is true. Okay? Okay. Russell Simmons. Who else, girl? Who else did you sleep with? Comes up again. Jay-Z. She slept with Jay. Oh my God. Everybody slept with Jay. Everybody sleeps with Jay. And then Jay just stopped giving it. He just stopped. I guess she grew up. Who grew up? The one he was waiting for. She grew up and he just stopped giving it. But Jay, we're getting info. Jay doesn't really do full on. He loves oral. Give me a blowjob. That was his thing. Give me a blowjob. It was very rare for Jay to go all the way with you. Give me a blowjob. Then you give him a blowjob. Then he gives you money. Okay. I tried, guys. I don't know these people. Okay, let's go to juror number 3, Diana Mambo. Are you still with Roberts? No. We're not together. We haven't been together for years, but I've lived under his roof because that's the only family I know and the only household I know, but we haven't been having sex for years. Sylvia Fudge, juror number 4. Have you ever been pregnant by Roberts? Yes. Twice. And both occasions, I aborted. I wasn't ready for children. I'm not ready for children. I don't want children. But now I think maybe I do. Now I think when this is all over, I want a whole new life. I want to start again. I want to go away somewhere where nobody knows me, where nobody knows my story, and start again. Juror number 5, Georgia writes, did your family agree upon giving you to R. Kelly? I think we now know that. My mom did. Yes, my mom did. She was with Rob before me, so she knew. And Rob was giving her money to pay bills because my dad just wasn't making enough money. And what he made, he used on drugs. He used on drugs all the time. So my mom, she was getting money from Rob to pay bills, and Rob was taking care of us. So she knew, and Rob was taking care of us because, he was with me and not her. What do you have to say to that, Mama? She said, this is the life that we live in. End of story. Okay. Kelsey Kelly, juror number 6. Do you still love Robert? Yes, I do, but not the way a woman should love a man, and a man should love a woman. I look at him like he's my uncle, my big brother now. And I have looked at him like that for a very long time. And he looks out for me. And I have all these assets because he looked out for me. I even have Jay-Z assets here. She's laughing, so I'm laughing with her, okay? She even has J assets here. So, yeah, he was collecting money for her. And that's why she has assets. Water Witch, juror number 7. Did R. Kelly's relationships with you or other young girls and weird sex acts influence his music? Of course! Everything influences Robert. Everything influences Robert. Robert is... She's so easy, actually. Robert is... easily influenced by what affects him deeply, and nothing affects him as deeply as sex. Robert is really deeply affected by sex. That's just who he is. And I happened to like the sex with Robert. He explained to me that urinating on someone is showing that you own them, and that they, you own them. So urinating on Robert, I liked it because it meant I owned him, and him urinating on me meant that he owned me, and I wanted to be owned by Robert. You don't know Robert. Robert is the sweetest. I'm calling him Robert, people, because if I get stuck on Robert, it's nasty. So I insist on using what I call him. Okay, so sorry. Let's go back to her, because she's talking about her favorite person. She's excited. You don't know Robert. You don't know him. If you knew him, you would want to be owned by him. Okay, he has his moments when he's really violent and he really beats you and your teeth rattle. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. He can beat a bitch and you won't be able to see for the next month. Okay? But that's nothing compared to how he makes you feel. He makes you feel so good. And the sex is so good. There are no holds barred with Rob. Nobody can play my body the way he did. Okay, I just got too old for him, and I just got too boring for him, and I just got, and he discarded me. It wasn't the other way around. He discarded me. True or false? Robert. True. He's not talking much today. Robert is not talking much. Okay, so Jenny baby, your question has been answered. Rob ever abuse you? But we'll ask her anyway again. Did Rob ever abuse you? Be specific. Be specific, child. You're in court. This is a courtroom. Did he? Yes. Many times. That's why I eventually stopped giving him some. He would introduce you to someone, a god, someone, and he would say it's okay to have sex with them. And then he would have sex, you, the person, and him, you with the people and him. And then he would find out that you've had sex without him on some occasion or other, and he would beat me. He would beat me for having sex with these men, and he is extremely possessive, and there is no getting around it. And he's allowed to do certain things that you're not allowed to do, and it doesn't get any easier. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Okay. Lynn Daniel, juror number 9. Rashonda, are you the main woman that has seen and aware of where the babies that were born and taken from the girls that has gone, stayed with are? Yes, I have seen them all. Then she's quiet. Oh my God. They were beautiful babies, and they found good homes for them all, and they went to those good homes because really none of us could be mothers. None of us could be mothers because of the world that we live in. But Rob made sure they are in good, makes sure they're in good homes, and Rob makes sure that they are well taken care of. And really, if you wanted to keep your child, Rob wouldn't mind, like that one whose name I won't say because it's not my business to say her name. She wanted to keep her babies, and Rob was okay with it and is okay with it, and he is providing, right? But these others, they are still fantasizing about fame. They still want fame. They still want, fame. It's all about fame, and they're all still chasing fame. And so, Robert would suggest adoption, and they would agree. Robert would say abortion, adoption, do you want to have it? And they would go with adoption. It was really their choice to give away these babies. Only they then have like buyer's remorse, and then they go against. I aborted, and I don't regret it, because you can't bring a baby into this world. And I know that his baby mama, she doesn't regret having her babies, because Rob is old now. He's a better father now. Do you know what I mean? He's a better dad than he used to be. He is more attentive, more caring, more loving. He's just a better father. But I don't have regrets. She doesn't have regrets. But there are those who gave away their babies. Now they are seeing Rob with these other 2 kids, and now they are having regrets, and now they are crying as if it was his fault. It wasn't his fault. He would support a woman when it came to any decision she made. Okay. Sunshine E, juror number 10. Did R. Kelly help you with your music career before the sex tape or after? I haven't heard any of your music. I'm just asking. No, he didn't help. He has never helped. He doesn't think I have talent. He never thought I had talent. He actually used to ignore my dad when my dad used to bring me up to him. And Daddy just decided not to do it again. He never. I didn't come to his attention through the music. I came through babysitting and Drea. Drea didn't need a babysitter, actually, so I came through Drea. Okay. Karen B, juror number 11. What made you stay after being peed on, and were you a recruiter of other girls? Well, she already answered that, but we'll get it to answer it anyway. Being peed on means you own the person, okay? And they own you, okay? I like that. I like ownership. It's a spiritual owning of a person. And animals do it, and we are animals. People should stop getting so hung up on that. Okay. I never recruited any little girls to Robert. I never brought another woman into Robert's bedroom. Those other girls used to think I was stupid and crazy, and they used to look at me so funny, and they would call me the pets behind my back. But I never played those games. Robert knew I wasn't going to play them, and I never played them. It was me and whoever he brought into the bedroom, which was mostly some of those doggone bitches. And then when I'm doing my business, they'll be watching me, but I wasn't training them. I wasn't recruiting them, okay? I was just doing what Robert taught me to do, and they would be watching and learning from me. That's it. What will your juror number 12, Tasha Mason? What will your next move be? If I could, I would leave right away so that I'm not involved in this court case. I don't want to be involved in this court case. My name is already out there too much. If I could, I would leave, but I feel like I might have problems. I might actually not be allowed to leave, but I have engaged a lawyer to untangle myself from this whole mess, and Robert is helping me behind the scenes. Okay. Why do you continue to stay as an adult and participate in the fellow abuse of other young girls when you feel what that hurt and humiliation feels like? That question comes from Nubian Barbie, juror number 13. I never participated in that stuff to do with other females and young kids. I hardly ever leave the house. I don't go anywhere because I don't care to go anywhere, but that's my home. When I'm done with all these other people like Drake, that's what she just said. Okay. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, people. Okay, people. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of it is proven by metaphysical science and by science. And so, she may mention some names out there. There's still no proof that these people did what she's saying they did. Okay. Now, let's carry on. She might be done with Drake, and then she comes home. Okay? That's what she is saying. She comes home and it's home to her, and she has money because, he allowed her to make her own bag, and she made her bags the only way that she could. You sell what you got. I sold coochie. What's wrong with that? And I had a home to go back to, and it's a luxurious home. It's a beautiful home, and I'm free in that home. And I've been in that home since I was 12 years old. So why are you holding it against me? Okay. Yeah. This is a little more than I bargained for. Okay, juror number 14, M. Medina Kitchen. How did you feel as a little girl when all this was happening to you? How do you feel now? I was introduced to sex via seduction. There's nothing better. I was seduced and it was beautiful. And I have no hang-ups when it comes to sex, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I wasn't raped. I was seduced, and it felt so good. Felt so good. Somehow, in this world that we live in, saying the truth makes people not like you. Okay? It felt so good. It felt good with Drea. It felt even better with Rob. So much better. Besides, my mom was there. I was comfortable. I was happy. I watched my mom do it with Rob. Then I did it with Rob. It was so natural. The way I was introduced to sex was so natural and beautiful. And I refused to let anyone tarnish that for me. if only you were me. I'm just like stunned. I'm somewhere inside myself, stunned out of my mind, okay? I'm stunned. I feel like I'm imprisoned by this girl. Oh my God. Alrighty. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Go, please. Okay. I get, oh, Jesus Christ. Alrighty. Okay. Juror number 15, Tamika Russell. And here is her question. Did Drea train you to please Robert, or did Sparkle? Ha! Sparkle didn't know anything about us. She had no idea about us. She found out the same way everybody else found out. And I also found out she was sleeping with Rob around the same time she found out my mom and I were sleeping with Rob. We all found out around the same time. Okay? She had no idea. She is completely innocent of what people say. She was in her head. She was on drugs. She had some sort of nasty relationship going on. And, she was into herself. No. Drea did teach me, but not how to please Robert. She taught me how to please her. Okay? She taught me how to please her. Rob taught me how to please him. And my mom taught me how to please him. They were the ones who taught me how to please Rob. Drea taught me how to please her. Because she does that sort of thing. See, she's getting stronger. Her soul is getting stronger. That's why I like to cut off at 60 minutes. Her soul is getting stronger, and it's kind of like pushing mine to the curb so that he can say what he wants to say. Okay. 16. Juror number 16. Essence O. Who was involved in giving you away to R. Kelly and knew you were being sexually abused by him? Girls in other cultures get married at 10, 11, 9. Okay? They have babies at 11 and 12. Okay? In other cultures around the world, that happens. Why is it called abuse when it is this culture? Yet everybody is having sex when they are very, very young. Everybody. And mostly it's not even their choice or their decision. So why is it sexual abuse? I don't like that. I don't want to be labeled as a sexual abuse victim. I don't like it. And I don't like Rob to be labeled. And I don't like Drea to be labeled. I just don't like it. I don't like it. She didn't answer the question, but I think we know already that her mother played a game. Okay, juror number 17, sugar and spice topics. Will you testify around against R. Kelly? And then there's a warning. Don't do it, girl. Sugar and spice is about to come after you. Okay, what does she say? They want me to testify against Rob, but I would never do it. So I am working on not being subpoenaed, but I don't know. Right now, the odds look like I might lose and they will subpoena me, but I am working on it because I don't want to testify against Rob. Okay. Audrey, juror number 18. Why did you not testify against R. Kelly? Does he still look after you? I don't see as if Rob did anything wrong. I don't. So why would I testify against him? They showed me a tape. Rob thinks somehow I had something to do with the new tape. I had nothing to do with that. But Rob is now very suspicious of everybody. And yes, we don't like each other the way we used to like each other. And we fight. In fact, I don't like him anymore because he really should have married me and not all these, whatever. He should have just have married me. The thing is, though, I just... What is the damn question? Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Because she's trying to take over and she can rumble. And I don't want her to rumble because, Okay. Okay. Let's get back. Robert is not looking after me anymore. I've been looking after myself for a very long time. Even I've been living in his house, but I've been looking after myself for a very long time. He hasn't been looking after me because Rob will look after you if you are giving him sex. But if you are not paying your way, he's not going to look after you. Right? But that's my home. But it won't be my home for much longer because I need to go. She's saying all this, but I don't know. Let's carry on. Juror number 19, A. Abston. How are you today? Are the tapes real? Will you ever speak out? 3 questions! Let's just ask her, are the tapes real? Yes, they are real. They are very real. Rob didn't protect me the way he protected all the other girls because, I liked it. And so he would have conversations with his friends and he would tell them how much I liked it. And then they would say, let's see the tapes. Then they would see the tapes and then they would see how much I liked it. And then some of them will come for me. And so the tapes of me and him were everywhere because sometimes the friends wouldn't return them. You know what I'm saying? Because I liked it. It's so fucking stupid. Just because I liked it, that's what made me be talked about like that. Those who didn't quite like it and had to be groomed into it were not talked like that. Right? Someone with an Asian writing is juror number 20. Okay. You've been seen at R. Kelly's house. Is it true you're still actively in R. Kelly's life and you've been recruiting girls for him? She's already answered those questions. So now let's go to what I had put extra jurors just in case. Christina Crossland said, who are the industry men Rob has in his corner that are very powerful? Good question. I just told you. Almost everybody. They also do their own things that they like to keep a secret, but almost everybody was in his corner and is in his corner. And almost everybody now is trying to cover it up. You know what I'm saying? But then there are also these others whom Rob didn't please who are going after him. And they're gonna succeed. But almost everybody has something to hide in this world of ours. Kiki D had asked, why did you stay? I think she explained that. Christina Johnson said, why Sparkle testified in court while your family denied it is you on the video? Okay. Daddy got paid And it wasn't in his best interest anyway to talk about me that way or to talk about us that way. It wasn't in his best interest. It wasn't anyone's interest. But Sparkle, she was pissed, you see, because she was also with Rob and she was thinking that Rob was gonna marry her, and then she found out about us, my mom and I, and she decided she was gonna punish Rob because she couldn't punish us. Okay. She did say she cared about me, but I never saw her caring about me before the Rob thing. So I don't believe that she cared about me. More like she cared that we were sharing the same man. Okay. ECR7. Rashona, what kind of mindset were your parents in to allow you to be around R. Kelly unsupervised? Well, my mom had been with R for a long time. How do you think my daddy got his job with him? So, my daddy was high all the time and he just thought I was safe. Nobody saw Rob the way you people want to see him today. Nobody saw that. F Pit Stop 1998. Are you one of the victims in the new charges? I already asked and she kind of hesitated when I don't know. Are you? She says yes, but they are not my charges. They are the prosecutor's charges. G. Latasha Claiborne, please tell us something no one else is telling. We know you're still with Robert. We know you were hands-on with all of the girls, women who came by. We know you were picked by Drea. You have spent your entire life as Robert's pet, Big Mama. So fill us in, lady. What hasn't been shared? I think she already told us what she wasn't. Because she's like rolling her eyes like I wasn't any of that. Okay. So I'm looking for, and she already said she was handpicked by Drea. I think your questions were answered, G. Latasha Claiborne. H. Yvette Gandhi. While you were with Robert, did you notice any changes in his behavior? Good question. I liked it. He has a temper. It just comes out of nowhere. You know, you're having a good time, you're laughing, you're smiling, then he just snaps, and that snapping, it starts with a slap, and then the next time he snaps on you, it's a slap and a punch, and then the next time he snaps on you again, it's a slap, a punch, and a kick. It escalates and escalates, and that's why I just cut off the sex in the end. I just cut it off. I cut him off because I realized that if we're not having sex, he doesn't get that violence. Do you consider yourself a victim? Okay. Natasha Barrows, the last one. Do you consider yourself a victim or a willing participant? I'm not a victim. I refuse to be called a victim. Some people have issues with sex. I'm very open-minded about it. I am not a victim. And I have come out with lots of stuff out of this. I am not a victim. I refuse to see myself as one. Life is a trade-off, You trade off something for something. You trade. Life is a trade-off, and I have traded off, and I never have to work for the rest of my life. So, what's your point? And that's it. You be the jury, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. We are done with our R. Kelly and Rashona, and it has been highly into doing it. Okay, people. Love you lots and see you. Oh, I want to thank the new arrivals. You have arrived to your right port of call, and we're so happy to have you because we've been calling your names and we've been shrieking your names, and we are so happy. To the tourists, thank you so much for not peeing in the fountains. The citizens really appreciate it, okay? We really appreciate that. To the colonizers whom we did not invite, and who think they can put some kind of law and order in our country by even saying the reading begins at such a minute, okay, colonizers, you will be evicted by immigration, okay? Because this Bantu territory right here, this Bantu territory, it has immigration officers, and if you start saying, oh, the reading starts in such and such a place so that people don't listen to what this old lady has to say before she starts the reading and after she ends the reading, well then, you shall be evicted. And the eviction comes in the form of blocking your ass. Go do that somewhere else. Not in Bantu territory. Bantu territory, we have respect for each other. We are kind to each other's words. And when one of us speaks, we all listen. Okay? Because we are human like that. Okay? We don't edit each other. We listen to what we all have to say because each one of us has something of value to add. On that note, people, please be kind with your words to each other. Words are violence, like everything else. And I can get really violent with my words. I think you've seen that, bitches. You know I can, okay? You know I can. So I'm trying not to these days. So try with me. Help make me a better person so that I'm not violent with my words. Because that's some real pure aggression right there. That's some real violence. Let's try to have great words for each other and to each other. Okay? Let's try to reduce that violence. Alrighty? Anywhere at all in life, let's try to see the other's point of view. Let's try to not yell because we are human like that. Let's be human. It's not too bad being human. Let's be human. Let's have respect for each other and let's have even more respect for ourselves. Okay, citizens. Thank you so much. Love you lots. Have a great week. Bye.